That's all right. I can work it out. So I was helping this guy. I was actually going to go back over there and check this out. I went ahead and hit live. So people, um, yeah, I was a little ill prepared. I was going to have my air, get the truck cooled off, and then go live and all this. First thing happened was I got up and this guy had his hood up on a dually, a diesel, and he had an alternator that the bearing went bad in it. Once a bearing, when it seizes up, you have to change the bearings in them. And I've been meaning to show it how to rebuild an alternator, but you can get a kit, you can get the bearing, but it's smarter time-wise just to pay for another one at that point. But so this guy's over here wrenching away. He's still under the hood. I'm gonna go check on him in a second. He's over here. He's over there, under that dually right there. That's what I was working on a little while ago, and I got all greasy and went inside. Now, here's the thing, people. So there's a lot going on. I'm gonna go and take a look, make sure he doesn't need another hand in a second. But first, I'm gonna go over some stuff. Okay. We need to be prepared for cars to run out of gas in front of us on the interstate. Are you hearing what I'm saying, people? Gas is so expensive and people are trying so hard just to buy just a little of it at this point, that the other night I was at a truck stop and a young lady there asked for $3 on pump 3. You see what I'm saying, people? Not even a gallon. That's not even a gallon of gas. And this was on the highway. This wasn't really some town that, oh, they lived there and whatever. This was just in the middle of freaking nowhere. I'm like, it's got to be at least a gallon just to get to that person's house or whatever. I'm like, oh my God. So $3 on pump 3. That's where we're at right now, people. In case you don't know, they have raised up artificially the price of gas. And I meant to put in the title too. I'm gonna add to this title. I'm gonna straighten it out. You can only put so many characters. The railroad is railroading at this point. So, all right, this has to do with the diesel and the DEF. They just had the CEO of Pilot get in front of Congress and testify, even though the railroad said anybody that talks about this, we'll stop supplying anything to them. But the railroad has cut back something like 1/3 of their diesel that they're taking, and those tanks on those rail cars, those rail car tankers, they haul a lot more diesel and a lot more DEF than an 18-wheeler can haul. Like a lot more loads in one tank. And they have this claim to fame, oh, we can pull this many pounds for just a gallon of diesel, you know, once we get it rolling and stuff, and or just their average. And they're right, because their locomotives make electricity, because you can't make a drive shaft turn to the side. They have to be electric. So the locomotives have diesel engines that generate electricity, that turn electric motors that make the train move. Well, the thing is, while doing that, those electric motors, okay, moving the train, while doing that, because they're hauling so many cars, once they get going, yeah, they're getting incredible fuel mileage, and the weight is pushing it. Okay, but they've did all that work to move freight, and now they're because of whatever reason, trying to make electric cars, you know, whatever, be the norm. They're trying to run us all broke. They've decided they're not going to haul a lot of. They're making it artificial shortage. So so they're talking about trying to tank it in with 18-wheeler trucks, but it's going to still be rolling fuel outs. You need to be on top of your DEF. You need to be full of DEF, and you need to have 1 or 2 containers extra of DEF. It's not even about the diesel as much as they're worried about the DEF, because the diesel supply is a certain amount and they can move from here to there. It's that DEF. And plus, it's my understanding is that man, I don't even know at this point. I think that it was Russia that makes the fertilizer, but China makes the DEF. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's right. Either way, we're getting hammered from both ends. We're going to have shortages. It is what it is. So the death is what you really need to be concerned about, because you have to have, you know, roughly something like 7 gallons of DEF every fill up is what they're saying. The way I figure it is, I go by the tank and how much of my tank. And so since my tank holds like, you know, 20, it's about once a week, twice a week that I do the DEF thing. So this guy's having a real problem. He didn't throw the pipe. So anyway, it's a problem with the tensioner pulley. I may have to go give him a hand in a second. So anyway, what's going on right now is the railroad has said that they're not going to haul. They're going to back off by 30% diesel, how much they're fuel hauling, and also DEF. This is going to cause an artificial fuel shortage of diesel. All right, so kind of stupid, but it's looming. And we have exactly, they say 10 weeks. There's 7 days in a week, so we have 70 days left of wheat in our country, globally, global supplies, globally. So that means anything that's made with wheat, anything you look at the back of your, you know, ingredients list on whatever you're consuming. So if you're thinking, oh, well, if we don't have whatever, I'll make a sandwich. No, you won't. Not if they don't have flour. Well, then I'll just order a pizza. No, you won't. Not if they don't have flour. The bread companies alone, they use bags and bags and bags and bags and huge 80-pound freaking bags of flour. So it's inexpensive and it makes a product, but when there is none, then they will shut down all the bread companies. They'll have to. They'll call it spring cleaning. They'll call it something, but it'll be shut down. So if you can't get bread, can't make pizza, all the pizza places close. You know, every single thing that you would make flour with, all the companies that make, you know, any kind of cakes, anything that has to do with flour. And Russia has actually destroyed and attacked with missiles. They attacked one grain silo. It takes a long time to fill up the silo. They attacked that one, damaged it, but then they also went to a different place where the port was, I believe it was, maybe it was Mariupol, I could be wrong, but they actually stole a bunch of grain and took it back to Russia. I don't think they're trying to sell that. I think they're trying to hoard it to make it even more of an artificial shortage. Now, Ukraine is not growing anything right now. Plus, them attacking their stocks of stuff doesn't help. And that is, it's my understanding, I think they are, I don't know the percentage of the wheat producers in the world, but it's very important for Europe to have their wheat. And they you know, they can't farm, they can't bring it to market. There's the embargo of all the ships that, you know, everybody, nobody wants to lay claim to who put the mines out in the Black Sea, but somebody did. Now there's mine sweeping on the U.S. side that we could do. There's mine sweeping on the Russian side they could do. They claim to have said, hey, we'll open it up. We'll do the mine sweeping. We'll even, you know, escort them, all this stuff. I don't believe that, but that's whatever. And so all those ships that have freight in Mariupol and all the ships that want to go to port in Ukraine, it's a complete blockade. It has been for a good hot minute. They're not going anywhere. There's too much bureaucracy that's going to stop it, both sides. So, then there's the other thing that Russia is actually still trying to attack fuel depots. They have been heavy trying to attack systems on the internet and otherwise since December. So, like I put as part of the title, I had to abbreviate some of it, but there was a group that was named blkMatter. Then they changed their name to Darkside. Darkside is the one that attacked the Colonial Pipeline, and they so-called worked with the U.S. and FBI to catch the person they believe who was in involved in doing the attack on the Colonial Pipeline, but I think he just made one of his government handlers or whatever, his contact, mad, and they give him up and made him a sacrificial lamb. Because obviously after that, Black Cat changed their name, and Darkside changed their name to Black Cat, and so now Black Cat, still the same Russian hacker group, attacked Germany and shut off 233 gas stations they couldn't pay with credit card, and also were attacking all of the distribution centers that were, well, let's see, they attacked the US, they attacked Germany, they attacked France, which the one in US was thwarted, so there you go, but they attacked US, Germany, France, Spain, Philippines, and the Netherlands. And so they're attacking the ones in Germany are, I wrote down what the name of those companies were, Mabana FT GmbH and also Oil Tanking GmbH Group. They're both owned by Margard and Balls AG, BAHLS AG. So it's the same. They've now found that there's a link that it's definitely the same group. Anyhow, they know it's the same group because they're using the same software to attack it. The ransomware Black Cat uses is exactly the same ransomware. It's called ALPHV. So even if they took that one guy and said they arrested him, so now how is it that the same group, different name, they're just shuffling the deck? All the jokers are still showing up on top. You know what I'm saying, people? So so right now, globally, like I said, and by the way, other than them trying to cut off our fuel in other ways, our own country's trying to cut our legs out from under us by shutting off the railroad, shutting down pipelines, and there you go. So I figure we have, between the wheat and the fuel could be a problem within days to weeks, and we're going to need to get bigger tanks and go to places where they actually have fuel. Something's going to happen. There's going to be some retrofitting, okay? Because you're not going to stop us. We're going to haul food. It is what it is. But I will have what I need. We will have what we need. It will be most difficult. Death is what's going to shut you down, okay? Because all these mega carriers are going to be doing that. You know what I mean? So if your company has the ability, buy DEF, put it on site at their terminals, and put it in those water containers, those 125 or 150 gallon or whatever it is, in cages on a pallet, and then put a pump on it, and they can put DEF in those, and they can get it in bulk and add water to it. Now, and my battery's at 15%. Watch this thing die. I don't even care. I got out what I was trying to get out. I'm thinking going to talk to this guy real quick, see how he's doing, give him a little moral support. But I have coffee, you know. I want to show something anyhow about this guy's whole situation. These belts on these diesels, like his alternator burnt the belt up and broke it, but then to run it around a serpentine, you don't have to go around the fan at all. You put the back side of the belt around the fan. So he had already removed the fan, and I was going along with helping him. I'm like, okay, well, if you need to get around this wire that's plugged up, we can unplug that and all. But then I looked at it, I was like, wait a second, something's not right. It goes around the fan, but then it comes back around the fan or something? No, it don't go around the fan in the first place. So we're gonna go over there for a minute. Let's take a little field trip, people. Take you with me where I go. We'll take a quick little field trip with coffee till the battery dies. It's a till the battery dies field trip. Let's see here. After that, I gotta go to a little store. So how's it coming? Yo, how's it coming? I done went live. I'm live on this. I was going to show the issues to people. I was hoping to hear a lot of cussing. Oh yeah, no, it ain't no problem. Yeah, I heard the pipe when it hit the ground. Let me ask you something. Did the cheater pipe not give you enough to get it around this?
Routed wrong.
Okay.
Still trying to get it.
Did the idler pulley move?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, see, here's the routing on this thing. If it's the 8.0, it's that, but his is the 5.9.
Yeah.
So if you have one of these, it doesn't go around the fan. It kind of serpentines from the crank. The backside of it goes around the top of the fan. So no reason to move the fan or nothing. I don't want to pull against what you're pulling, but are you needing some help on the top side?
I think I need some help there.
Yeah.
It's hard to be down here and look at that diagram at the same time.
Right. Well, do you have a phone?
A dumb phone. I don't have a smartphone.
Oh, so you can't even take pictures of it. Okay. Well, like I know for sure that this, I thought we were set up right. This goes around the alternator right here.
You gotta go from power steering to the fan and back down.
Oh, that can't be right on that part. Let's see, down around. No, yeah, it can. Okay, look, let's feed you some more. Can I pull on this?
Yeah.
Look, go ahead and go around this pulley on this AC, because you know it goes around the AC. Pull down. There you go. Go around the AC. All right, are you around that?
Now it is.
All right. Well, the top back part, I'm supposed to pull up on this now, goes around this pulley for sure. And then, see, I'll take a look here. Goes around the AC, over the top of the alternator, down around the pulley from there, around the tension pulley. That's this one. This one needs to go around this pulley. Pull on the opposite side, way over there. Pull down. Are you able to? You got anything to grab onto it?
Yeah.
Okay.
More?
Yep. Keep going, all the way till you can't. Okay, right about. Keep going. Right about there. Now, there's that. You're in there. I'm gonna get greasy again. I done got washed up already.
Sorry about that.
No, it's all right. Now, let's see here. It goes round the alternator, down under that, up over that thing, which it did. All right, live people, I'm gonna shut this down. I gotta help this man out. I'm out. Peace. Yeah, well, it's just there's no other way to do this. Let's see here.